Hello, it's Macleod here. I am going to give you a tutorial on TerrafirmaCraft, because God knows it is hard. The version I am going to be going over is 1.6.2 version, build 77. As of recording, I am using hotfix 10, so if things have changed, it's best to look at the changelog to see what happened. And, of course, the wiki, because that has changed as well, most likely. Well, first order of business, people, we're going to discuss the Stone Age. What consists of the Stone Age, you ask? Well, it's the age in which you are confined to stone tools. There's no metal tools involved. Your primary goal is to get to Metal Age, it's like copper. I'll get into that later. First, what we have here is an array of stone tools. These are the only tools you can make using the stones. The axe, the knife, the hoe, the shovel, the javelin, and the hammer. In order to make stone tools, you must locate and find one of these and punch it. You have a % chance of finding ore, but that is another topic. But you need at least 2 of the same type of stone selected in your hotbar, a stack. Right-click anywhere in the world with the rock stack selected, like so. Notice there is one left. Right-clicking and opening this GUI consumes 1 rock. Now, first tool we will discuss is the axe. It's the most common and probably one you will use constantly for a while anyways. The axe pattern would go like this. First 3. That down 1 on this side. Repeat this down here. Like that. That. See how it makes the shape? An axe. Now this pattern can be reversed so that this side only has the one on top and bottom and so on. It does not matter. You have your stone axe head. Now you can't necessarily create a stone axe without a stick in it. It does not work. So you must break these till you get enough sticks to break it. Only way to get sticks. Put a stick and the tool head. You get the tool. So that is the axe. Okay, so now that we have the stone axe, I'll show you how to make the stone knife. Open the napping GUI. Just one little square there. And clear this on this way. Everything. As before, as long as that pattern is the same, either way, you can fill it anywhere as long as you get that full pattern. Stone knife head. Put the stick. You get the knife. To make the hoe, you clear 1 full layer above it. Skip 2 layers. Clear everything below that so you only have 2 layers. Then start from one side, keep going until you see it. So you should be 2 bottom and a full row above it. That can be in any side, up or down. That's your hoe. to make the shovel. You clear one side, you clear the other side, and the bottom row, you clear one on either side. There, that's the shovel. And as before, if you can put on either way, it would still work. But it has to be, the small part has to be on the bottom. You add a stick to the bottom, you got your shovel. Your stone shovel. Now the javelin. That is done by clearing out 3 corners, like so. The bottom does have to have two corners, but this one could be either this corner or that corner. You got your stone javelin head. Right, same way. Put a stick. Like your javelin head. You can throw it, and it takes the one from the left over. Doesn't matter where it is in the hotbar. I can put it here. And it would still take that one. Now, these javelins do take damage when you hit something. I will demonstrate. Ready? As you can see, sometimes they just oh, no, there it is. See? It had taken damage. It's no longer full health. The next tool is this stone hammer. That's done by opening up the GUI, clear one full layer above it, one full layer below it, and on the 1 to 3rd row, the 2 on this side, 2 on this side. You got stone hammer, and it can be anywhere, up or down, as long as you have this pattern in this orientation up. You get your stone hammer. Put that. One thing about stone hammers is that you can right click on a raw stone block, nothing processed, like so, with the stone hammer, then right click again to open up the anvil GUI. In order to prevent the anvil from disappearing when you leave the GUI, you let the stone hammer right there. Voila, you have an anvil. The stone axe is used to obviously cut down trees. Cutting down trees is different than you would in vanilla Minecraft. It takes longer and is a little interesting bit. I really like this part. It cuts the whole tree down, but it's not totally soup. It does take more damage out of a stone axe, as if you individually chopped each block down. So it is not cheaty. Logs have an interesting feature. Now, you can just right click it down to get the full block, or you can shift click and bring a log pile. Log pile lets you store 4 stacks of 4 logs. Each stack has to have the same type of log. And you cannot stack up more on top of the log pile until you have a full log pile. And you can also add logs instead of opening up that GUI by right clicking on using an empty hotbar or something like a sign. Yeah, you can just right click with the log in hand right into the pile. Now the important part about the Stone Age, very important, is clay shaping. It allows you to create vessels which you can store items, water jugs which you can use to have water on hand, and of course clay molds for your tools. As well as ingots. Well, to get started, you get clay, which you could find all over the place. Sometimes it'll be harder to find, but you will find it. In order to bring up the clay shaping GUI, you must have at least 5 clay in your active hotbar. Right click anywhere in the world, just like you would bring the stone knapping GUI up. You'll have your clay knapping. First pattern that we will go over is the most important one. The water jug. You hit here, like that. There, there, and there, like that. Get your clay jug. And again, you can do it on either side. It does not matter. As long as you keep the same pattern. Note, they do not stack. To make the clay vessel, you just click on the corners. To make the ceramic mold, just do that. You got 2 clay molds. I will get into the metal tool patterns at another time. First, to place your newly made clay items, you shift click to place. In order to fire your pit kiln, you need straw. You take your knife and you click on grass. You take your straw, right where you put your clay to be fired, you right click on that until it is a full block. Now, with your straw placed, place a log pile down and fill it up so it has 4 stacks of 4 in it. It doesn't matter what type, as long as it's the same. Make sure that there is a full block all around, all 3. Take a fire starter. In this case, I will make 2 sticks together, make a fire starter. You light it. It may take a while, and then you wait. When it is done, you will see that you have it all done. You right click to pop them up, and you pick them up. You now have a ceramic jug, 2 ceramic molds, and a ceramic vessel. A ceramic vessel acts like a bag, has 4 slots. You put it on your hotbar, make an active hand, right click anywhere in the world. You can only put tiny things in there. You can't put clay molds. You can put clay, it's tiny. Can't put that, can't put sticks, can put straw, can put andesite rock, basically, but you cannot put other molds in. You can also put ore in. In fact, this is your primary way of smelting your ore you get until you can get a crucible. And that is a long drawn out process for another time till you get to the Metal Age. To place your fired clay item, the same way as you placed the unfired clay, you shift, right click, it places it. Now for the ceramic jug. This can pick up water and you can drink. Now the ceramic jug does have a chance to break. So it is wise to make more than one and have it on hand just in case it breaks. Because sitting down waiting for your water bar to fill up takes a long time. And the same with that, you shift, right click, places. Now, to smelt ore, you open up your ceramic vessel GUI and you place in your ore. In this case, I'm using native copper nugget, which is the tiny version, those ones you find lying around on the ground. And 10 of these make 100 units. 100 units make 1 ingot. So with that in there, you go back into your pit kiln, you place your ceramic vessel with the ore in, you place back down some more straw and your log pile and light it and wait. Now once it's finished firing, right click and now you have 100 units of copper. You place your mold in there and it would fill up. Notice how it is liquid. You have a limited amount of time to get this liquid into a mold. Because I'm stupid and didn't have one set up, I will just quickly create a mold starting with your axe. You take your liquid unshaped copper, bring up the GUI, take your axe mold and it fills the axe mold. You get your ceramic mold back. You take your axe mold with the copper in it into your crafting grid. It does not matter if it's a 3x3 or 2x2, they both work. And just click it out. You got your axe head and make it the same way. Boom. Now, I'll open up your inventory. You can place ingots back in to your ceramic molds, or you can take them out of your ceramic molds. That allows you to melt them again without losing the ingot. And if the ingots are hot, unfortunately due to the vanilla Minecraft code, which cannot be overridden at this moment, when you put a warm, hot, anything with temperature in terms of there into there and bring it back out like that, it loses its temperature. Just a fair warning, so you'll have to reheat it if you do that. But making your first tool will bring you out of the Stone Age. So might as well show you the first tool that you need to make. Your axe, pickaxe. It must be in this position. Unlike your stone knapping, They have to be in this position. Exactly. You can't move it down anyway. There's your clay pick mold. Another pick that is needed is the prospector's pick. I'll get into that when I get to the metal age tutorial. Those two are required to really progress in the metal age. You're gonna be slow moving doing it any other way. And one more tool that is really required, because you need to make planks at some point in time for a bed, is a saw. That's made like this. There's your saw mold. These three are the first tools you should always make in metal. Do not waste it on an axe like I did. I just grabbed one to show you. Do not waste it, trust me. But once you get those done, you are set and ready to head in the metal age, because you've progressed, my friend.